Hi everyone, it's Mr. T back again, and this time with a documentary about my weekend trip to Cabrera. This is a cute little beach town which you might consider for your vacation or even for relocation. Starting from Cabrera, we'll follow the route number 5 of the main highway heading towards the northeast of the country. The drive will be about 1.5 hours along the coastline, which is about 74 kilometers. Let's now enjoy the pleasant scenery as we pass through various towns on the way like Sabaneta, Gaspar Hernandez, Rio San Juan, until we reach Cabrera. Cabrera is a small Dominican town in the Maria Trinidad Sanchez province, which is located on the northeastern coast, and today it has a territory of nearly 300 square kilometers with a population of over 39,000 people. And Cabrera, unlike most coastal towns, does not depend so much on tourism, as Cabrera's main source of income is cattle, meat, milk, coconuts and rice. Cabrera is considered one of the most beautiful places in all of the Dominican Republic. Facing the Atlantic, it has pristine and unpopulated beaches, rivers, blue lagoons, cliff diver spots, waterfalls, and hills with sweeping views and golf courses. In addition, you'll find some of the most luxurious villa choices in all of the country, not to mention the island's first Aman resort in Playa Grande called Amanera Grand Luxury Hotel. Known as the Pebble Beach of the Caribbean, the golf course in Cabrera ranks as a top-tier course in the Western Hemisphere. Originally designed by Robert Trent Jones, 7,000 yards of the golf course stretches along the island's coast. The course attracts players who also enjoy a stunning scenic cliffside view. Cabrera has a national park reserve located in El Breton and several other protected lakes and parks. The town itself has retained its old charm and looks, even though you can now find many new products and services there. However, don't expect large malls and nightclubs, as this is not what Cabrera is all about yet. The town is well known for its friendliness and remains one of the island's most popular tourist destinations for both Dominicans and foreigners. During this short trip, we'll visit some of Cabrera's most magnificent places and hear helpful information firsthand from local expats on living or vacationing in Cabrera. My tour guide for the weekend, also a very good friend, is called Barry. Let's get started. Everyone, I've now arrived in Cabrera and I've met up with my friend Barry in DI here. So thanks for being on camera and for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you, Mr. T. Let's have a good weekend together and go around and show you some different scenes, maybe perhaps a little bit different than you're used to in Sosua.
Absolutely, that's what I would like to also share with the viewers, what's to be found down here, and I'm sure a few of them are open to moving down to this region instead of Sosua Cabrera. Different strokes for different folks, so I just want to mix that into my channel and they can find out a bit about the real estate and land prices and things like that as well.
Sure, if you want to go in that direction, but I'm sure after you do your videos, the scenery and the whole, I would say, the feeling, the whole emanation you get by being in this version, it's different. It's not better, it's not worse. It's what do you like? And that's always been what it's about. That's why I don't get hung up on saying my place is the best and come here. And if you like a slow atmosphere where it's a lot more family oriented but yet not as nightlifey, then maybe look out this way. If you like the nightlife and that's your goal and you love it, both are great, but then I don't think this is your place.
All right.
So let's go for a ride and see what happens.
Let's go exploring. So I'm in Barry's supercharged truck here. It's actually got a snorkel on the outside here so he can crawl through rivers.
I like that.
Yeah. So we're just heading out of Cabrera Township. Everything's within 2 minutes here. And then Barry's gonna show me some different places. So here we go, everyone. Barry's taking me to Playa Diamante. Who's all the cuties here, hey? All right, so we're on Playa Diamante. And Barry, can you tell the viewers why you like coming to this spot a lot?
Well, occasionally we have 8 different beaches, but why my wife and I like this one a lot sometimes is, one, it's always quiet. This is Saturday, mind you. 2, there is no rocks to cut your feet. And when we have visitors or family coming over with small children, you can venture out forever, and it's only up to a child's between his ankle and his knee. So you don't have to constantly stare at them. There's no current in this cove. Call it Diamante, diamond in English, is because to a mother it's like more than a diamond, where she can come, relax, and not have to be like a scout 24/7 worrying about her child if they want to go for a little swim. This is our first stop, and a stop turn around my neck of the woods.
Yeah, okay, so let's have a look at the beach here. Beautiful. Alright folks, I'm at this La Entrada beach and it's very, very beautiful, as you can see. So this is one of the spots I can highly recommend you check out. So just want to ask Barry a little bit about real estate. So you've been dabbling in real estate down here for many years, and what kind of prices are people looking at for a piece of land like 1,000, 2,000 square meters that they want to build something on? Or what do villas and condos cost in general down here?
Well, we only have very few condos. Like I say, it's not very touristy part, so it's mostly homes and people build their own houses on land. But for a half acre of land, or 2,000 meters roughly, I mean, that can start anywhere from $20,000 up to $200,000, depending where it's located, you know, if it's beachfront or if it's got a spectacular view. But generally speaking, to build a nice little 3-2, not the Taj Mahal, but something quite comfortable, and a little pool on a nice piece of land with a decent view and all your amenities, your good electric, good water, you'd be starting at about 150 and working up from there. I hope that answers your question, but it's so subjective to location and what you're looking for.
Okay, and if they wanted to take contact with you, then well, I'll run some contact details below here on the screen, and they can reach out to you and ask real estate questions, I hope.
If they'd like to, and I'm just unbiased about it, like you hear me all day long. I don't favor one over the other. It's just a personal choice. But I'd be glad to help anybody.
So what region do you cover with your services?
I concentrate on Rio San Juan and primarily Cabrera and the outskirts of Cabrera, because I believe it's up and coming. I'm personally heavily invested myself, so I'm leading by example. And I pretty much in those two areas know every blade of grass. So we know every title, we know who built the houses, we know what's wrong with the houses. I mean, you get to know that over 15 years of doing this here.
Thank you for that. We're just heading out of La Entrada right now. It's beautiful bush everywhere.
You know what, I'm going to take you a different way there.
Oh, now we're doing real four-wheel driving here.
Yeah, we'll go the back road.
Watch the doggies.
I got them, buddy.
Hey. And the coconuts.
And the beer.
And the beer bottle. We left a beer bottle, right? So this is real off-road driving on the beach here with Barry. And we got a graveyard for all those off. That's where they put all the off-roaders who don't know how to drive. Yeah. Four-wheel motocross. Nothing better than this, except a two-wheel motocross. Alright, we're a bit further up.
It's an easier way instead of going back to the main road.
Yeah, bugger the main road when we can go beach cruising like this. There's people out here swimming. They're wondering, who's this crazy man racing between the palm trees?
The other side of that highway is a big, big canal of pure, beautiful fresh water that comes out to the beach.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up a cold drink here. I'll show you that on the way.
That sounds absolutely smashing. You read my mind. So here we come off the beach racetrack, coming onto the beach road here. And there's a fresh Bohemia. Me gusta Bohemia mucho.
Yeah. Dame un presidente helado no Bohemia.
So that's fresh water, and behind the sand over there, that's the ocean.
My neighbors.
Small world. And you have a little island with a Dominican flag on it out there. Cheers. You see down here, we don't have to worry so much about aggressive cops stopping us from having a wee drink in the vehicle. So we're not getting drunk here, we're just having something to keep us cool.
Yeah, as long as it's only one at a time, they don't bother you.
That's it, one at a time. The cows are
So, you know, here, T, just to
hiding
give
over
you an
here.
idea, in the future, within the next decade, you're going to see some of the most prestigious hotels. See, this is why I wouldn't live in Langrada, because Cabrera is a cliff town. If Cabrera was like that, it would be like Sosua. See, that's where the money is, right? So, even though I miss this in terms of investing, just to say, this is going to be like Sandals. You're going to have a Hyatt here. Most of this stuff's already been bought up. So this is why, for me, it was a smart idea to invest in this area.
Yep.
Like, I mean, what can be better for them? You know, put your shoes on in the lobby and you're on the beach. And we can't offer them that in Cabrera because of the cliff. And that's why my family lives there. It's a residential town.
Right.
Playa, and further up ahead is a town called Las Brgds. In English, that means chubby women. They grow nothing but rice from here to the first mountain range. Hundreds of miles of rice, that's all they grow. So it's an important area for us. It really is, because rice is the staple here. Breadfruit and rice, more than potato, is the staple for the people.
Now we're heading towards the waterfalls called El Saltadero, and we're driving through the small mountain villages above the Cabrera township, so enjoy the view. It's raining a little today, but don't worry, it's the Caribbean, and within 5 to 15 minutes it's all sunny again.
And you See, here where I was going with this is, in our region, food is abundant. That's all you see everywhere. And as long as people don't go hungry, you don't get violence. Nobody comes knocking at your door.
So Barry, while we are driving down through this nice neighborhood called 2020, is it?
Yeah, 2020, yeah.
Now, first of all, how did that name come about?
Well, the old rumor is, used to be a doctor, an eye doctor that's from here, and used to come back a lot and treat people with eye checkups. So they dubbed it 2020, and it's just a little farm community like most of the regions around. By the way, I know you might not know this, we're only about 10 minutes out of Cabrera. That's what a difference it makes, just 10 minutes out of town.
Now we're on the very top of the hills that run parallel to Cabrera's coastline.
Well, there's certainly a smashing view up here. That's for sure, Barry. So you just mentioned something to me about schooling, homeschooling.
Yeah, what's popular in these areas, and it's getting more and more popular actually, is homeschooling. Because for a lot of reasons. One, you do have a lot more control over what your child is learning. For those of you that are, what I'd like to say, a little bit more on the informed side. And secondly, now everything homeschool, that is any kind of quality program at all, most parents don't know. Everything is accredited now towards any university. So you're going to find the trend, because I'm a guy about trends, you're going to find the trend of colleges. You're going to start to see a lot of them going out of business over the last decade or so, and you're going to start to see accredited online courses starting to take over for college. Yeah. But that's what the folks seem that we've relocated. And incidentally, they're saying what they're learning now in these packages, these homeschooling packages, they're not easy at all. They're actually between 1 and 2 years ahead of public school in terms of what their children are learning. So that's the information I get about it.
Thanks for that feedback. And we are over here on the edge of the hill now. This is Playa Diamante that we went to.
Yeah, that little groove in the coastline. Playa Diamante, and further left, the white sand down there is La Boca, where I took you. And that mountain range in the back leads to Samana and Las Terrenas. It's, I guess today the view, if you gave it like the 1 to 10 thing, I'd say it's about a 5. It's not really great. On a clear day, you can even see the highway in that mountain from here. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
But it's, you don't need air conditioning here in the evenings. It's cool. There's always a little trade wind. And we've taken the time and money and effort to put in thick cable, transformer electricity, and very reasonable internet service too. So the folks that live in this community, they're quite happy.
So this is one of the main arteries from the hills coming into
Cabrera,
down
yes.
into Cabrera. But is there anything as like what you find around Sosua, gated communities, or they don't do that here?
There's 1 or 2.
Here we go, We're at the waterfalls called El Saltadero. This is a natural monument tucked aside in a pocket of the rainforest. Here you can swim in its refreshing waters, or for a few pesos, watch daredevils do cliff diving. Saltadero literally means jump point. Now we're on the way to the Blue Lake, or El Lago Azul. It's about 9 kilometers from Cabrera's township. This small lagoon is located in a semi-grotto on a private property, hence the reason you'll be paying a small entry fee of about 100 pesos.
And here we are at Blue Lake with bachata music. And can you just explain a little bit about this place and the cave diving, Barry?
Yeah, sure. There's 3 or 4 freshwater springs around here, and they are some of the cleanest water around. They have Dudu, they call it Lake Dudu, and they also have Blue Lake, and we're at Blue Lake, and you can actually, from that cave, scuba dive underneath. It's a single vein cave, so you can't get lost, and you can come up about a quarter mile down and be in the spring of Dudu. They connect, so it's really cool. You'll see scuba divers here doing it all the time.
Okay, cool. Let's just have
And
a
it's
look.
safe. There's no silt, so you can't silt it out.
Cool.
Great place for a swim. Enjoy.
Yeah, I will in 2 seconds here. I'll jump in.
The water is truly crystal clear and reflects a light blue glow. The water temperature is quite chilly. It's about 23 degrees Celsius. Here we go, guys. This is my stay for the night. Magnificent view from the hills over the ocean. Thank you to Barry for organizing this for me. A little relaxation and then it's dinner time.
Barry, he's taking me into an Italian restaurant. What's it called here?
Entre Amigos. And everything's home cooked here. We're going to have a good meal here, T. Everything's home cooked here, all the way down to the breadsticks are done from scratch.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
come
go
on.
try.
Anybody hungry?
Alright folks, it's Sunday morning here in Cabrera. I've just gotten up, ready to rock and roll for the day for some more adventure. I'm heading down first to see some people who's built a villa. I recently interviewed them, so now I get to see it firsthand. When I've just arrived at Michelle and Robert's place. You saw them in another documentary I made where we were sitting on Cabrera Beach. Thanks for having me over.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, so in the video you were talking about your magic place you've built here in Cabrera. So now I get the opportunity firsthand to see it. So,
yes,
yeah.
come on in.
Thank you. Okay. So this is the $1 trillion view out there. Beautiful.
That's part of it, for sure.
Yeah. So huge kitchen. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Caribbean style. This is beautiful. Laundry, their master bedroom.
Everything's got a view.
So that's your favorite spot there.
This is my favorite spot.
Yeah, you can see the multi-million-dollar view to your left, and then he's got his smart TV over here. So
Hook up to the computer, but everything's on security cable.
okay.
So it doesn't go missing.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, for showing me your wonderful home here, and all the best with the little finishings.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, take care. Barry, thank you very much for a great weekend so far.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Now, just a couple of questions about the area here that I think could benefit the viewers. International schools, do you have any?
Yeah, there's one here on the elementary scale, an international school. There's a couple of private schools as well. What we found, what a lot of people here do, they have the time to actually, as I mentioned before, I believe, homeschool. That's very popular as well.
Gated communities, is that something they could find around here if they're that way inclined?
For those that like that, there's a couple here, but by and large, and they're nice, but by and large, it's a different atmosphere than where it's like many gated communities, and it's a very Western kind of feeling with the guard at the door and, you know, against the wall, your papers please, you know. Mm-hmm. Here people are a lot more freer. I think, well, I guess you would be a good person that would know this, but I think after spending a couple of days together with Leanne and myself, I think you even see a bit of a difference in how the people are. It's just a different environment, not that one's better. I'm sure you could sense it yourself.
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys look after each other here, and if you're good to the locals, they protect you.
Our neighbors are our police, and that's the thing. Not that we have, we don't have any problems, but, you know, there is occasional break-ins, and that's going to be anywhere in the world. So if that's a deciding factor, find another planet, basically, because this one ain't going to work for you.
Okay. In terms of gated communities, what's the names down here if they did want to check them out?
Well, one is called La Farallones.
La Farallones.
La Farallones. And the other one is on the internet listed as Project Atlantis, but here everybody knows it as Magic Spot.
Okay, there you go. and these are found on the internet.
They're found on the internet, or we can connect people, or we could show them if they wanted to. We do, it's like I say, it's up to the individual's taste, but I would say over 95% of the people are kind of more in an atmosphere that you and I are sitting in right now. And if they're smart, they develop a relationship with their neighbors, and their neighbors become their police, and you're so well looked after that way, where it's like, he's a gringo, but he's our gringo. Go away. Okay, he's part of our family. Go away. Cabrera is a town, literally, my wife could walk 10, 11 o'clock at night in town anywhere and not have a worry about it. Everybody knows everybody, and it's just that it's frequencies, like we were talking a little bit before we did this video, okay? And there isn't right or wrong, but similar frequencies like similar areas, and this is more family and subtle. Others like more excitement and nightlife, but both are right because it's a subjective decision. That's how I find it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the reason we are putting this out, so for you guys watching, you can decide from watching like the Jarabacoa video, the Las Terrenas video, or this video, or the ones around Sosua, Cabrera, or Puerto Plata, what's good for you. But the main thing is that you can sit overseas and actually figure it out to some point anyway, where you're curious to go and look. Should people want to come down here, they can contact you through...
they can reach me easily. You know, you can put the email on our website, what have you, and you can even talk to Mr. T and make arrangements to meet us together. I'd be glad to meet you guys halfway, and I recommend it's the most value is for somebody to come on down here and maybe take Mr. T and let him explain, show you, hire Mr. T to show you around a bit, explain the culture there. Then maybe secondary, come down here at Old Barry and our place, and then we'll do the same. And then, like I say, your insides are going to tell you what's right. There's nobody here that's going to talk you into anything. This isn't a second pair of shoes for another $10. It doesn't work that way. And that way, unbiasedly, I've gotten to know Mr. T pretty good since we should have met a long time ago, but you know how that goes. And I can tell you he's straight from the cuff, and I'm going to be the same way. So let your gut tell you what it is, because gut in Scandinavian is God in English. So it's a God instinct when you have a gut instinct. And that's where the saying came from. And then that way you decide what's right for you. But I will say in over 100 countries, in a closing note, I've been in, I've lived in 6, I've worked in many. I will tell you the DR is one of the most diversified countries I have ever been in. Parts of this place are like the South Pacific. Parts of this place, it freezes and you're 18 degrees off the equator. How much more diverse can you get than that? And that's why, Leanne, the demographics to our family, and this is why we like it. It just suits us best.
Fantastic. Barry, thank you very much, and I hope you guys, you enjoyed listening to what Barry had to tell you. So we are here to help. Just contact either Barry. You got the YouTube channel as well if you want to learn more about this region.
Yeah, Something Feels Wrong.
And where did that, just in closing from me, where did that come from, Something Feels Wrong?
Well, everybody knows me as Barry and DR, and we founded with a partner the original DR Escapes, and we wanted to move on. We decided that no matter where our clients are coming in, our subscribers, they're all saying it in different language and different contact methods, email or Skype, whatever, but they're all saying something feels wrong where they live. It's not the same. It's just not how I grew up in this. They're missing something that they're trying to rekindle, and sometimes, you know, relocation is maybe a good option for some people, but certainly not for all. But flexibility is what it's all about, and probably why palm trees don't break in hurricanes, and yet mango trees snap like a twig. They're not flexible, and a palm tree will bend right to the ground. And give it a try. I can pretty much say, no matter what, they'd have a good time.
Absolutely.
That's the worst case scenario, is they'd have a good time. So there you go, and I want to thank you for taking the time getting to know us a little bit better.
Well, thank you for being here. All right, guys, so we move on.
Laguna Dudu is another popular spot on the north coast. The place is just about 9 minutes drive from Cabrera. As you can see, on the day I visited, there was a gathering of bikers and the place was packed with Dominican tourists as well. Yet, it was Sunday after all.
So here I am. Somebody's about to take a zip line here. Looks like fun.
I was not that lucky with the weather. It was raining a little, but that didn't stop the visitors from having a swim in one of the cenotes with crystal clear water, or having a go at their cool zip line. The entry fee at the moment of this video is 200 pesos to enter the park per person, and you'll need to pay an additional 50 pesos per go on the zip line. Have in mind that you can't bring any food or drinks into the park. The place is well kept though. It has a restaurant, bathrooms, a volleyball court, big lawns with seatings and hammocks, and you'll also find a small taina cave which is very impressive to explore. Laguna Dudu is definitely worth a visit.
Alright folks, that was Laguna Dudu. So now I'm hitting the highway again. See you soon.
We're back on the road, now heading back towards Sosua, Yet, I will be making a couple of pit stops at some interesting places on the outskirts of Cabrera.
Right folks, I'm on my way back to Sosua. Even though it's raining, I just thought I would pop down to Playa Grande. This is a real magic spot on a nice warm sunny day, which most of the days are here. So let's have a look. Right on the beach here, beautiful. Even though it's raining, the Dominicans here are having a great time.
At weekends, lots of Dominicans come here to relax, bringing coolers with food and drinks, and it's pretty much like that at all beaches throughout the country.
Alright folks, I'm down in Rio San Juan on the way to Sosua, and this is the harbour where you take the Brgds Lagoon tours, where you get to see mangroves, crabs, lots of fish and bird life, and they take you out into the open ocean as well. Beautiful here.
Alright folks, thanks for watching to this point. I just wanted to mention something very important to me, which is when I meet my viewers down here, it's wonderful of course getting all the compliments, we take selfies together. But what really helps me make these documentaries and add my knowledge and other people's knowledge, take risks and the cost of doing the whole thing is when you help donate towards my channel. And you can do that either on clicking the donate link in the top right hand corner of the channel or go directly to educatedtraveler.info and click on the donate link there. Everything helps. Much appreciated and see you next time. Bye bye.